Well, I've been studying this stuff for about 40 years or more now. And the first couple of years, 5, 6, 7 years, I was only dealing with large companies. And so they didn't, they got grants, but they knew how to get them better than a small business. So now I started, after that, for the last 20, 30 years or something, I've been just aiming at small businesses or individuals to teach them about government programs. And one of the things I always came across was that when you contact the Small Business Administration, and looking for a grant, so many times they'll just say there are no such things, and they say, "Oh, you listen to that Let's Go guy, there are no such things." Well, it still seems to happen that way. Even though the last year or two in the pandemic, the SBA gave out more grants than anybody else in the world total. Yeah, and they still get that. And there's other ways to get it. I mean, everybody thinks the SBA is the only thing. No, that's just a piece of the puzzle. There's always grants locally, and that's a city, state, whatever. And there's other free money programs that aren't called grants that the government has for businesses, and particularly small businesses. And so it's a lot of money there. But the problem is that's why I always tell, don't ask for a grant. Now, here's another thing: accelerators. These are very important. Actually, since probably 10, 20 years, this is another place for grants. Some of these accelerators are government supported, but a lot of them are nonprofits or even businesses or whatever that are looking for people with ideas. See, local businesses do this, local nonprofits do it, local governments do it because they want people. An accelerator or an incubator, sometimes they're called, is where somebody helps you start your business, gives you money, gives you support, gives you office. It gives you all kinds of stuff because you have an idea that may grow. Sort of like Shark Tanks kind of stuff. Some you have to qualify for, some you don't. So there's no one answer for everything. It could be a high tech, it could be a restaurant, it could be anything, just that work at home business. And these accelerators are giving grants, and sometimes they they want to own piece of your business. Yeah, so that's fine if you want. Your point is to get the business. So here's a listing for one of these accelerators, or talking about accelerators and pitch competitions. In other words, you think you have an idea. Sometimes, and I've been on the panel of something, 4 or 5 young people will come in and say, "Hey, I have this idea for a business," and one person will get $5,000 for their business. That's a grant. No, so that's why you got to put your butt out there, to try things like this. But here's another interesting thing. What I like about this article, and I'll put it in the description in YouTube you're watching, is it has a listing of accelerators. Was an accelerator. An accelerator is a professional development program for entrepreneurs. It takes a mixture of classroom, mentorship, and exposure to venture capitalists and other influential people to take your business to the next level. Okay, so that's it. Sometimes they're competition like this. They won $5,000. Okay, here's interesting. Okay, here's 6 business grants and pitch competitions you could apply to right now. And this was as of like September 1. Oh no, that's a deadline already. Well, a lot of these are rotating deadlines. Oh, I see. This was in February. I'm sorry. So there's an older one, but this is it. So you have a pitch competition here for Amber Grant for women. Now, the Amber Grant, they're giving out grants all the time, and their $10,000 grant is a giveaway every month. They give out $10,000, and each year one of the 12 winners is selected to receive a $25,000. So the Amber Grant is a way, to apply for a grant. The application is simple, priding yourself on being free of long, cumbersome forms. You do not have to have an existing business to apply. Now, that sort of sounds like a lot of people, at least our members. Professional Beauty Association relief grants. Okay, this is people in the beauty business. $500 grants. Small Business Builders Fund. Small business is part of a relief effort. These $10,000 grants for businesses operated by historically underrepresented groups are adapting their business because of COVID. So this is minority owned programs or businesses. SBA revitalization, restaurant revitalization. They have new money now. They gave out the first group of money, and I think they just got an extra $10 billion to give out. So if you got money from the SBA, Restaurant Revitalization Fund, you could apply for more now. Black Ambition Prize, wow, awards up to $1 million with Black and Latinx founders can apply for that. 37 Angels, that's another grant here, $25,000 each. And this is a venture capital group. See, a lot of people are investment in businesses. They have, besides investing in the business, they have other ways to attract young entrepreneurs and people starting a business by giving grants and seeing what is new out there for them to invest in. Now, so this is what you want to look for locally. So that's why a lot of the economic development offices locally, wherever you are, and that's you want to know where your local economic development offices are. It's eda.gov, eda.gov, and they have a directory there, and you put in your state, and you'll see 15, 20, 30 economic development offices within your state. You call all of them to find out about accelerators in your state is a place, because they're in business to help people start a business in their state. They give free advice, free help, show you where money is and everything. That's one of the things. And this is the listing, one of the listings that we send to people who are members of Let's Go Help. You want to start a business somewhere? We show you the whole shopping list of all the people who should know about that in there. Because if you go to Google and try to find this stuff, you're going to be caught in a web of people who want to get money from you. That's why everything in Let's Go Help, nobody will charge you for money ever. That's what we take pride in, that every website you get from us, nobody's going to ask you for money. Now, we screw up once in a while, but that's natural. Especially at my age, I realize I'm going to screw up, maybe even more. Actually, I just admit it more. I probably screwed up my whole life, but now, older enough, it's easier to admit, that you're not fallible or infallible. You know what I mean. I'm not even good at English, so that's why I screw up even more. Oh, the Black Ambition Prize. That we talked about that. Well, that's the story today. Hope you enjoy it and keep looking. And that's right. Just don't pay for money to try to find money unless you have money. Then you're probably not looking. But sometimes you are. There's just too much free stuff out there, and the people who charge you money are just making things easier for you, and you probably won't get what you need out of it, but you could learn. But you're going to run out of money before you get what you need. So that's why it's best not to pay for anything. If you need money to start something, there's too much free stuff out there, okay? So why pay when you could get it free?